Hey guys, yeah, the March ones are going up. Um, for all you signs, um, it's been quite tricky for me because I've never done that before, and it is, trying to condense everything in with like 15, 20 minutes is quite tricky. Given my Venus in Gemini the 12th, I just want to go on forever, but obviously I can't do that, so I just got to work on my first hit, guys. So please know they are generalised readings. Another reason why I wanted to come on, I also have another bit of a whinge, alright, because I like a whinge. Um, and I caught a great YouTube video, and it's George Galloway, and I'm a big fan of George, sort of came up for me. I love George Galloway. I think he's a real sort of very Aquarian in his nature. Um, and what he was actually talking about was chest feeding, and this is down to sort of this whole trip about transgenderism, and good luck to you guys. That's absolutely fine. But I wanted to put a bit of a slant on this because they're obviously now sort of talking about chest feeding. If they're going on to have children and so on and so forth, and so an absolutely brilliant docu on transgender female making the change, came off the hormone, home birth in the bath. It was absolutely beautiful, birthed it really well, a lot better than I did. So I did all of that, and that's absolutely great, and I'm completely on board with that. But like George says, chest feeding, we've got to introduce the term chest feeding now. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about extremes of Aquarius, that is so left field. And frankly, um, I'm completely in agreement with George. I mean, it's bizarre. You just can't get your head around that, can you? So I thought I'd have a bit of a whinge, and we're all talking about the woke generation. Like they think nobody else was woke, just them. We've had the Generation X, and then we're going to have Generation Z. Blood sucking zombies. Something like that. It's really bizarre. But I really wanted to talk about this chest feeding issue because I was quite offended by it. Actually, I thought, no, that's beyond the pale, guys. I was given these. I chose to be birthed into female excuse me, physiology in this life. Doesn't mean to say I wasn't male in the other, but I chose this to come down to experience this, and I think that transgenderism is very much about that. We do choose our parents, we do choose, and even though we can have really, really rough upbringing, really heavy childhoods, it is all about the soul needing to experience and exhaust all of those things, And so, yeah, transgenderism for me, yeah, that particular soul, the consciousness, may well have been incarnated sort of 4 or 5 times into male physiology, and or vice versa, and then chose to be birthed into female physiology, for instance. Doesn't feel easy with that, all right? Um, and yeah, so he's going to struggle with that. There's absolutely no doubt about it. But again, it's about choices. It's about the soul experiencing that journey. When it's a tough one, I'm sure it's a tough one. Um, but transgenderism is revered. I mean, there are ashrams in India and temples because they acknowledge the sacred masculine and sacred feminine within the one. And so, yeah, that's absolutely fine. But I do draw the line here in the West when they're talking about chest feeding. No. I've just finished the Huxley book again. Those pages are so yellow. The Brave New World one, I've just popped it back on the shelf. And there's a couple of lines in it. And I'm just going to echo George's, criticism here when I quote it. Yeah, get three good men take Mr. Marks, spelled with an X, to his bedroom, give him a good soma vaporization, put him to bed and leave him there. And actually, I think that's perfect for this woke gang. I can't believe that they think they're the only people that are woke. You know, we all did our bit, you know, depending on where we were within history, you know, and the time and the generation. You know, we've done that. It's called evolution, you know, political evolution, if you like, on one level. It's about social, and there needs to be a degree of unrest, but, you know, that's completely rocked my boat. And I think as far as the zapping them with some soma and putting them to bed is absolutely perfect. It's great. We should ship them all off to an island with all the other ridiculously extreme you know, sort of viewpoints, and you know, whatever protocol they're trying. No, I'm not having it. All right, so I find it rude, insulting, and it does insult my femininity. I'm sorry, but it does. And you know, I'm mindful of women who can't breastfeed, that are desperate to breastfeed their children, but for some reason they cannot do that. And that is awful, and I've worked with clients, terrible guilt about that, a lot of emotional pain because of it. And I also support fully women who don't want to breastfeed, but it is our job, you know, that's what we're here for, that's what these are for. And I'm just not having the chest feeding, guys. I'm just not having it. So I've had my whinge. Enjoy your monthly readings, guys. You know, comment, please share, please like, please subscribe. And if you do want more detail, obviously, you guys that have known me for the 30 odd years that I've been doing this work, you know, I work very differently when I'm working one-to-one. All right, so great to see you. Keep checking in, and thank you for listening to my political whinge. Take care, guys. Bye now.